Good morning, guys. So, a little bit of news for you. Kind of interesting. So, a study done on Viagra from 2006 to 2020 showed that, and it was done in 70,000 men. It showed that men who were taking the Viagra had a reduction in heart attacks by 40%, as opposed to those who did not take it, and then a 25% decrease in the chances of getting Alzheimer's. Scientists are saying that they don't quite understand this yet, even though they have a suspicion that it might be linked to the nitrous oxide in Viagra because it dilates all the vessels and oxygenates everything. Also, there's a hotel in New York, didn't say the name, but this hotel in New York, that from the 4th floor to the 28th floor, it is housed with migrants. And the hotel owner says that the place is being torn up and trashed. He said there's men that are beating their wives. There's crap just laid and left everywhere. The teenagers are fighting in the lobby and pulling the fire alarm and just all kinds of nonsense. But when you don't let people go through the process so that they respect our country and know better than to leave trash everywhere and leave the place a mess, they don't know any better. Just like children, they have to be trained. That's just the way it is, because when you don't come from that, then you don't know that. You can't expect somebody to know something when that's not how they ever lived. So, more nonsense. Also, the January 6th committee has put together a registry for all of the people who were involved or charged in January 6th, on January 6th. So these people are having a very hard time finding banks to take them because their banks that they had have dropped them. So they're having a hard time with financial institutions. My question would be, is Nancy Pelosi, the Capitol Police, the FBI, Antifa, are they going to drop any of those people from the banks? Because as far as I'm concerned, they're criminals too, if you want to think that it was an insurrection. Also, Brian Kemp, this was interesting. I saw a video. Brian Kemp was in Davos and he gave a speech, which was pretty interesting. He talked about the state of the United States and our economy and the border and all kinds of other things. And they are trying to suppress that video because they do not want people to know what Brian Kemp, the governor of Georgia, said. So it was pretty funny. He was the only one there. He had cowboy boots on, but he gave him a piece of his mind. So pretty interesting story. Oh, yeah, here's one. Facebook is now allowing transgender women to show their breast. Now, they say this is for them to promote whatever in their community, but cisgender women cannot. So you can look at transgender boobs, but you can't look at real women's boobs. How's that make sense? Who knows? None of it ever does. Also, Wyoming is now banning gas vehicles by 2035.